Gone in 39 days. Ange Postecoglou is sacked by Nottingham Forest, ending one of the Premier League's shortest managerial tenures. Hello, welcome along. It's over before it's even started for Marinakis and Ange Postecoglou. We're now told that Sean Dyche is already in advanced talks about taking over, but that's not the only name in the frame. We've got the very latest on all of that. All of the rest. And taken out early is exactly where we start with our top story. Ange Postecoglou has been sacked by Nottingham Forest after just 39 days in charge. His dismissal was announced 18 minutes after the final whistle of their 3-0 home defeat by Chelsea today, and it brings an end to a dismal 8-game spell without a win. Sky Sports News are told that Sean Dyche is in advanced talks to succeed Postecoglou at Forest, but other candidates have not yet been ruled out. So Postecoglou applauded the fans at the City ground, with owner Evangelos Marinakis watching on, like the Emperor in Gladiator. Forest failed to punish Chelsea's mistakes in possession during the first half. Taiwo Awoniyi scuffed his effort wide. The ones that stayed were loud in their boos at full time. It ended 3-0 despite Malo Gusto's late red card. Postecoglou applauded the fans again, those that were left in the ground, but he was sacked immediately afterwards.
39 days in charge ended with a 39-word statement. The Ange Postecoglou era was short, but anything but sweet, as was his exit from the City ground today. After the final whistle, straight down the tunnel, no time to talk to the media. Within minutes, he was in his car and off the premises, and then Forest sent out their short statement confirming he was no longer head coach. The players all got together after the game, held a players-only discussion which lasted about an hour in the changing room.
And this is the statement that was posted on Nottingham Forest social media 18 minutes after full time. They say Nottingham Forest Football Club can confirm that after a series of disappointing results and performances, Ange Postecoglou has been relieved of his duties as head coach with immediate effect. No thanks, no thank you, Ange, for your efforts, just that. And then they say the club will make no further comment at this time.
Yeah, I didn't speak with Ange. I didn't see him, but I just said I feel very sorry for him. But we said many times, this is a business where if you don't win game, the consequence for all of us is exactly the same. So, sorry for him.
You ever known a game where you've won and the other managers had to go so quickly?
No, I don't think I've been involved in anything like that before. You know, but this is football for you. You know, it's a brutal sport. You know, we came here, you know, to get the job done and get the 3 points, and you know that was only our only focus today.
So Postecoglou leaves the club just 39 days after he joined and without a single win. You can see from this graphic here, only Sam Allardyce's short spell at Leeds is shorter in terms of length of days. 30 days rather. But full clarity on this one, Allardyce was appointed on a short-term contract right at the end of the season to try and save Leeds from relegation. And when it became apparent they were going down, he left. So Postecoglou is only beaten by that. This is Ange Postecoglou's record at Nottingham Forest. Not good reading. A lot of L's on there. Not a single win in any of his 8 matches across the Premier League, the Europa League or the EFL Cup. Missed chances for Forest have been a real key issue. Just 1 goal they've scored in 4 Premier League games.
The chairman, Marinakis, this is his club, his show. He hires, he fires, he doesn't seem to care. He wants things done instantly. So for that reason, we just have to accept it. Now, this is going to be the price on the ticket for any manager that wants to go and work with him. You are going to be under pressure straight away if things don't go your way.
I thought it was a bit of a strange appointment at the start, but I think a lot of the players have to take onus on this as well, because when I've watched Nottingham Forest this season, they've been far too open. Set pieces, they've been really poor, and that's down to individuals marking your own man, winning individual duels and battles. And then you look at the games that they've not taken points from, especially from newly promoted teams, Sunderland, Burnley, the way that they've gone about their business as well, being higher up in the league. I thought just that one after the other was always going to be the nail in the coffin.
You certainly need more than 39 days. That doesn't feel like it's a fair assessment of the manager. But like Steve says, they've been playing poorly, but they were playing poorly in the last season. They were struggling. The form wasn't there. The players haven't really performed either. And what happens in these situations is the manager gets it on the chin. He's the one that has to take the fall. The players, they're fine. They'll move on. There'll be a new manager, probably Sean Dyche, who I think will really do a good job.
I sat on Sky Sports News on Monday and went, give the guy time. How long was this going to carry on for? Marinakis has caused this himself. He's brought this on. And people in Nottingham Forest fans, when Ange got given the manager's job, was thinking, why him? So much of a contrast between Nuno, what he did, and the way Ange played last year. Yes, he brought a trophy for Tottenham Hotspur, magnificent. But Ange, what we saw at Celtic, what we saw at Spurs, he was never going to change. Do I feel for him? I certainly do. Because I listened to Mercy in midweek talking about Ange has never shirked anything from the scrutiny he came under last year at Spurs. The job, when he got it, he could have sat at home, watched from the stands against Arsenal. No, he didn't. But ultimately, I said on Monday, if you don't get results, you're going to be in big trouble. I can see why they would go for Sean Dyche. His links with his staff, Ian Warne, Steve Stone, they're now looking over the shoulders. Fourth bottom, 5 points in 8 games. He will be worried.
OK, well, who comes in? We heard Michael Dawson there talking about Sean Dyche, and we are reporting that Dyche is now in advanced talks with Forest about becoming their new head coach. He was in the Forest youth team under the great Brian Clough, but other candidates have not yet been ruled out. What about Roberto Mancini, the former Manchester City boss? He's held positive talks. He's actually been out of work since he left his role as the Saudi Arabia head coach a year ago next week. Forest bosses have also shown interest in the former Italy head coach Luciano Spalletti. He was sounded out about the role, but according to Sky in Italy, he is no longer in contention. Well, Sky Sports News has been told that Dyche is very much the front runner for the role, and he could be appointed quickly if the owner, Evangelos Marinakis, finally decides he's the right man. Forest bosses are keen to move quickly. They've got a game on Thursday night. They play Porto in the Europa League.
We were after 3 points, but we ended up with 3 managers, I think. This is how you see it. Am I happy? I'm never happy when Forest lose. Do I think it's the right decision with Ange? Oh, do you know what? It's a relief. Weeks we've been talking about, should he have time? Is it going to get better? And it's over.
You
Go
bring in
for it.
Dyche or Mancini.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't win in 5 games, do you sack him too?
In 5 games? For
Or
me,
7 games, do you sack him too?
It's the nature of the defeats. It's the nature of the performances. You've got to get to a point with it where you say this is not working, and it is a points business. And at the moment, you know, you've just said it, we've got a long season ahead of us, and that gives us time. The longer you stick with him without us getting results, the time's running out. So do I think it's the right decision? Right now, yeah, I do.
Forest have that big Europa League clash on Thursday at home to Porto, and then they've got a tough trip to Bournemouth, who are flying high in the Premier League. Manchester United and then Leeds visit the City Ground ahead of the next international break.
Sky Sports Football. This seems an absolute eternity ago, but 29 minutes after Nottingham Forest went down by 3-0 at home to Chelsea, the full-time whistle went less than half an hour later, and the news emerged from the City Ground that Ange Postecoglou had been sacked after just 39 days in charge. Not quite as short as Sam Allardyce at Leeds United, which was 30 days. Tim, I mean, it felt inevitable after this defeat, but Nottingham Forest, when we look at last season, we look at how they finished and where they were at the start under Nuno Espirito Santo. It's an utter mess right now, in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, it is, yeah, and I thought they overachieved back end of last season. Obviously made a change. Nuno looked like he was trying to edge his way out of the club when he come out outspoken towards Marinakis, the owner. He decided... Look, the one thing I can say is the owner makes decisions. It doesn't ask anyone else. He makes his own decisions, makes bold decisions, and in the end, it works out well for the football club. Now, I don't agree with him sacking him, but he don't care if I agree or not, or if all of us don't agree with him. He makes the decision. It's his money. He's going to make the changes, what he feels are best interests of the football club. And he's decided to sack Nuno, and then he gave it to Postecoglou. Now he's decided to remove Ange from his position after that. It was a hiding to nothing, that job for Ange Postecoglou. For the next man in, it's a very attractive
Will it be Sean Dyche? Yes or no? Has to be short.
Well, it don't have to be Sean, but if it's Sean, it's a great opportunity because...
No, the answer's short. Not whether Sean Dyche is there a long time or not. Dyche, yes or no for you?
Don't matter what I say. It's up to Ange Postecoglou.
He does, because
he does not care.
You're the pundit.
He will make a decision, and it will probably be out of left field.
And that was a left field end to the show. Tim, thank you ever so much.